The Gaggia Anima Prestige is a bean-to-cup super automatic espresso machine with an attachable milk carafe for milk-based espresso drinks like cappuccino and latte macchiato at the touch of a button. Drink volume is user programmable, as are 5 coffee strengths and 3 coffee temperatures. The Anima Prestige can also use pre-ground coffee through a bypass doser. In this quick start video, you will learn how to start up the Gaggia Anima Prestige to quickly make and customize espresso and milk-based espresso beverages. Topics covered include turn on and initial setup, adjusting the coffee grinder, water and beans, coffee strength adjustment and using pre-ground coffee, coffee temperature adjustment, how to make and program coffee drinks, and how to make and program milk-based espresso drinks. For additional information, please refer to the manual that came with your machine. The power cord attaches at the back of the machine. There's a main power switch in back also, pushed so the straight line side of the switch is in. With the power turned on to the back of the machine, the standby switch below the display flashes red. Pushing the standby switch turns the machine on. Pushing again returns the machine to standby mode. For now, leave the machine in standby mode with the button flashing red. Please note, it is normal for the first few coffees to be weak as the Anima's adaptive brewing system self-adjusts and when making grind size changes. Do not use coffee beans with an oily surface or flavor coatings. They may clog internal components. Use high-quality coffee beans with a dry surface. The Anima's ceramic burr grinder will not operate with the bean door open. This is a safety feature for machines in the United States. Prior to first use of the Gaggia Anima Prestige and before adding beans, use a provided multifunction tool to adjust the grinder to the medium grind setting. This allows beans to properly enter the grinder when first used. To adjust, push down with the tool and turn to line up the yellow indicator line to the middle of the 5 grind size dots. After brewing a few coffees, you can make further adjustments to the grinder. If you tend to drink longer coffees, a medium to coarse grind setting is recommended. For espresso, we recommend a finer setting. Be aware that depending on the coffee used and coffee strength, a very fine setting may cause a slow or no brewing condition. Should this occur, adjust to a coarser grind setting. It is very important to adjust grind size in 1 dot increments only and brew at least 1 coffee in between each grind size adjustment. Please note it may take a few brewing cycles to obtain the full results of grind size changes as the Anima's specialized adaptive brewing system self-adjusts based on extraction analysis. The water reservoir is located under a door on the left side of the machine. Prior to first use, rinse the reservoir and fill with water. Replace the reservoir in the machine. With the water dispensing spout in place, press the standby button to turn the machine on. The display will show an icon with a water drop and circular arrows and a check mark at the lower left. Press the aroma strength button next to the check mark. The display will now indicate the hot water spout should be inserted. If not already in place, insert the hot water spout and press the aroma strength button again. The machine will prime the internal water circuit and may dispense water from the hot water spout and the coffee spouts as it primes and continues to warm up. Once the machine is primed, the next time it's turned on, priming will not be required and the machine will be ready to go after a short warm-up. During warm-up, it is normal for a small amount of water to be expelled from the coffee spouts as the machine rinses and preheats internal components. A similar rinse cycle happens when the machine is powered off to standby mode. While the machine is warming up, add some whole coffee beans to the bean hopper. Be aware that dark roasted beans with an oily surface or beans with a flavor coating should not be used in any super automatic espresso machine as they may clog internal components. Once warmed up with beans and water loaded, the machine will indicate it's ready to brew with the display showing a coffee cup and bean icons on the right, which indicate coffee strength. To reduce lime scale buildup, descaling maintenance, and improve coffee flavor, use of an in-reservoir water filter is recommended. The Gaggia Anima Prestige uses the Mavia Intenza Plus water filter, which is sold separately. Please note the Anima must be primed as described and the filter pre-soaked following package directions prior to installation in the water reservoir. Coffee strength is selected prior to making any beverage using the aroma strength button. There are 5 strength levels ranging from 1 bean in the display up to 5 beans, which indicates the strongest cup. Pressing the aroma strength button cycles through the strengths. Once a strength is selected, that strength is retained and used for future brewing unless adjusted again. To use pre-ground coffee, press the aroma strength button until the scoop icon is displayed. Fill the coffee scoop of the multifunction tool lightly with pre-ground coffee. Do not pack the coffee in the scoop. Load the coffee into the bypass door on top of the machine. If the machine detects too much coffee, it may reject the dose. So again, be sure to fill the scoop lightly and do not compress coffee in the scoop. Should the machine reject the dose, try again using less coffee. You can brew any coffee or milk-based beverage using pre-ground coffee. Coffee temperature is selectable in 3 levels and is set in the menu. Press the menu button to access the menu. Then press the check button to enter the menu. Press the check button again to access the coffee temperature setting. To adjust temperature, use the up and down arrow keys, which are the cappuccino button and menu button to set your preferred temperature. Once set, temperature will remain the same for all future beverages unless changed in the menu. To save your temperature setting, press the check button, which is the aroma strength button. To return to the main screen, press the back button, which is the espresso button. Espresso and espresso lungo, also known as a long coffee, are made using the upper 2 buttons on the left-hand side of the Gaggia Anima Prestige. These buttons can be programmed to deliver the volume of coffee desired. The default presets are approximately 1.5 ounces for espresso and about 4 ounces for the espresso lungo. Pressing a button once makes 1 coffee. Pressing either button 2 times rapidly will make 2 coffees, using 2 grind cycles to maintain full strength and flavor. To program either button to deliver a different amount of coffee, press and hold the button until memo appears in the display. Once the desired amount of coffee is dispensed, press the aroma strength button, that's the one with a check mark next to it, to stop coffee delivery and store that amount. When reprogrammed, a button will deliver that amount of coffee each time it's pressed, unless reprogrammed again. If needed, coffee delivery can be stopped at any time during brewing by pressing the aroma strength button. Cappuccino and latte macchiato are made using the 2 upper buttons on the right-hand side of the Gaggia Anima Prestige. These buttons can be programmed to deliver the amount of froth milk and coffee desired. The default factory presets are approximately 4 ounces of milk froth and 1.5 ounces of espresso for a cappuccino, and 5 ounces of milk froth and 1 ounce of espresso for a latte macchiato. To make a milk-based drink, securely attach the milk carafe to the machine and fully extend the milk spout to the line indicated at the top of the carafe. Then press either the cappuccino button or the latte macchiato button. The display will briefly show icons reminding you to attach the carafe and extend the spout. If the carafe is in place, in a few seconds the machine will start by grinding coffee as it heats up to produce steam as indicated by a progress bar in the display. Once up to temperature, frothed milk is delivered. After milk froth is delivered, the espresso is brewed to complete the drink. To program either button to deliver a different amount of frothed milk and/or espresso, Press and hold the button until memo appears in the display. Once the desired amount of milk froth is delivered to the cup, press the aroma strength button with a check mark next to it to stop milk froth delivery and store that amount. Espresso will then brew. Once the desired amount of espresso is delivered, press the aroma strength button with a check mark next to it to stop espresso delivery and store that amount. When reprogrammed, these buttons will deliver that amount of milk and espresso each time they are pressed, unless reprogrammed. Following the completion of milk-based drinks, the display will show a cleaning icon for 10 seconds. If you are done making milk-based drinks for more than a few minutes, it's a good idea to run the cleaning function. To do so, press the aroma strength button. The display will remind you to attach the milk carafe. If still in place, press the button again and a small amount of hot water will rinse the carafe's internal frothing device. When rinsing, no water is added to milk in the carafe. Water flows only through the frothing device. That wraps up this quick start video guide for the Gaggia Anima Prestige. For additional information, please refer to the manual that came with your machine.